Hi guys, my name is Tife aka Cake Daddy, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make red velvet cake. For a number of years I always struggled with red velvet cake, with making correct real red velvet cake that does not turn brown. It took me a long time to find the right recipe, to alter it to my own specification, to make it my own, and to know the intricacies and the little details that help me to get really good red velvet cakes every single time. So if you're new to my channel, welcome to the Cake Daddy Club. I love that you're here. I love that you're watching my recipes. I love that you're interacting with my content. And if you are a returning subscriber, wow, thank you so much for your support, your continued support on my videos. On my channel I share easy to do, simple and foolproof recipes that I have been using for many years, so you can trust that I have tried different variations of these recipes. I have tried several things to make sure that every single one comes out great. So if you like this video, please click the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any awesome content, and please click on the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Alright guys, let's go there. So the first things first, as a baker we have to always measure out our ingredients. So right now I have some oil. Then we're putting in some eggs, and this recipe is a wet batter, so you don't need any fancy hand mixer to make this recipe. Then we're adding some oil and some milk, whole milk please. Then we're adding some vanilla, some good quality vanilla extract. So we're just going to mix it for a few seconds to a minute to make sure that all those ingredients are mixed properly. So we're using this particular brand of red food coloring. So I want to speak about something really quickly before we continue this video. One of the major reasons why red velvet tends to turn brown is because of the quality of the red food coloring that is used. So some recipes call for liquid red food coloring. Those ones that call for that type of red food coloring are mostly liquid based recipes, which I'm of the opinion that is the best version of red velvet cake. If you've made something different that is not an oil based recipe, please comment or say something in the comment section below and let me know what exactly you did, because for a long time the oil based recipe has worked for me. So one key factor that affects red velvet cake, in that it tends to go brown after it comes out of the oven, is the quality of the red food coloring. So this particular brand I found, the Reina's red food coloring, has the tendency to retain that color. So I'm adding this bit by bit because I do not want the red food coloring to, I don't know, it's something that happens when I add it too early with everything else. It just, the color just tends to wash out faster. So I add this red food coloring a bit to the end of my wet ingredients, so like one of the last things I add into this mixture. So right now we're going to be mixing our dry ingredients together, and then we have a little cocoa powder, baking soda, and salt. Before we continue, I want to say something very, very important. Do not try and substitute baking soda for baking powder in this particular recipe. I know a lot of people, I have tried to do this and it was not successful. So if you don't have baking soda, hopefully I'm going to post a recipe, I'm going to post a video about the difference between baking soda and baking powder. But if you don't have baking soda, please go run to your supermarket and get one before you make this recipe. Please do not substitute it for baking powder. All right, let's continue. So we're just going to mix the all the dry ingredients together. And lastly, we're going to add in some vinegar. So all we're doing right now is sieving half of the dry ingredients into the mixture, and then we're going to add half of the sugar into the mixture as well. And then all we do from this point is just sieve, mix, sieve, and mix, and we're done with this recipe. Like I said, this recipe is easy to do, very simple. You don't need a lot, you just need a couple of ingredients, a bowl, a whisk, and a spatula. That's all. And it creates such a delicious red velvet cake that retains that color, that red color. If you have any questions about this recipe, please don't hesitate to reach out to me in the comment section below, or reach out to me on Instagram, Twitter, reach out to me on Facebook. I'm really active on Facebook. And this is the consistency that you want when you're making this recipe. You don't want it too loose, you also don't want it too thick. You just want it to be somewhere in the middle. So this particular recipe goes into the oven at 170 degrees C for about 45 minutes to an hour. Now, another top tip that I really want you guys to know about this particular recipe is don't leave it in your oven for too long. You don't want to leave it in the oven for a very long time. Basically, just don't forget it in the oven, because that as well contributes to the brownness of your red velvet cake. The more it's in the oven, the browner it gets. So you want to watch this very closely. You want it to just be done. You don't want it to linger any longer in the oven. Once it's done, remove it. Don't think about it. Don't think that it's looking a bit once a knife or a skewer is inserted in the middle of it and it comes out clean, it's done. Remove it. And this is our delicious red velvet cake recipe. You can see how red it looks. You can see how it's risen, how it's fluffy, how it looks really, really tantalizing. So if you try out this recipe, please tag me on Instagram, tag me on Twitter at CakeDaddyNG. I really want to hear about how your bakes are going, how my recipes have really helped you to improve on your baking. If they have not, please let me know. Let me know what kind of content or what kind of recipes that you are struggling with, baking conundrums that you can't just seem to get a hold of. I have a lot of experience. I've tried a lot of things. I've failed a lot of times, so I know I have a bit of knowledge. I know how to help out in some certain areas, and if I do not, I would research on it and I would make a video on those things to just help you out. So if you like this video, click the like button below, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any awesome content. And if any recipe that I have posted, if any video on my channel has really helped out your baking, share these videos to friends and families that you know need help, and let me know what kind of videos, what kind of recipes that you would like to have on this channel. Just share your thoughts with me, basically. All right, so that's it for today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.